everybody. I'm Steph.
I'm Michael.
And today we have our top 10 games that we learned in March 2026.
That's right. So, remember last month of games?
No?
Last month where we went on a cruise?
Oh, that was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Played some
And 0 of our 20 games were provided by the publisher. This time, 19 out of 20 games were provided by the publisher, and I don't know why we did not get the 20th one from the publisher.
Well, that's on your list. My list is all publishers.
That's not.
I'm just saying.
Sorry, I said 19 out of 20.
Oh, yeah, math.
Yeah. That includes both of our lists.
That's right. We're only doing top 10, not top 20.
That's correct. All 20 can be Monopoly. That's true.
Yay, math. Hey, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
So,
don't worry about it.
Thanks to those publishers for providing us these games, but they didn't give it to us for being mentioned on a top 10 list. They gave them to us because they know we like to play all the games. All right.
Yeah, so starting with you.
My number 10 game is a really interesting 2-player only game from Sandcastle Games called Castle Nightingale. In this game, one of you is playing a samurai trying to track down 3 ninjas moving inside the castle. And this does hidden movement for the ninjas in a really innovative way. A lot of times with hidden movement, you're having to keep track of all of your movement on some kind of external source, some sort of dry erase board, something behind a shield. This does none of that. In Castle Nightingale, you are putting out little footy print tokens. That is indeed where you have traveled, and I am trying to avoid the samurai's squeaky floor tile, because if the squeaky floor tile is hit, boom, there my ninja is, and his turn is over. So, and then Samurai can go over and take him out. And then if you have not taken out one of my ninjas, then I can start on any of those previous footy prints and move on from there. I'm trying to collect pieces of these artifacts. If I can get like 5 out of 6 of them, then I have won the game before she eliminates my 3 ninjas. Now, ultimately, she doesn't even have to find my ninjas. She can just shut all the secret passages that I use to move around the castle undetected. Mm-hmm. And I found this to be really elegantly done.
Yeah. Because it's not, because you normally aren't like big on abstract movements or whatever.
This is very abstract movement, but boom, here we are.
No, I know, because it doesn't really feel like that, because I'm trying to like outwit you with what floor you might step on and try and like lock in. But I like that you have different movement than I have different movement.
Yes.
I have different powers than what you have. So trying to like,
I love that asymmetry.
Like figure out what might you do is really a challenge, and I quite enjoy it. So I had a great time with this one.
I did too, and I can't wait to switch the roles so that we can try it the other way.
No.
Yes.
I like being the guard.
And it's not a super large box. I was looking to see if it's up here, but I did not see it.
We already did the video for it.
Yeah, but so we had to take it downstairs.
Yeah.
So, really Heroic says, now I have to track how many I put in my cart and have because of your streams count 1.
Yeah, this is a really
You mean because of this stream, because ultimately, Heroic, I know you've been to a lot of our streams and you have bought more than one.
That's right.
So it's one this stream.
That's true.
Maybe this one. Castle Nightingale from Sandcastle Games.
Especially if you play 2 players, it's really good.
Absolutely.
My number 10 is a game that's not really fair because it's not really new. But it's a new entry on BGG that
we have not played.
That I have now played.
Technically new to us.
Yeah, so it's called Time Bomb with a space in between the time and the bomb.
Yes. Also, Moriarty versus Sherlock,
that's
which
right.
I don't even think is in the title.
No, it has.
But it has
that. It has that Sherlock theme, but people probably know it as Don't Mess with Cthulhu. Or the original Japanese game was Time Bomb with no space.
Time Bomb.
Which is not actually this entry. So
it's a different entry entirely.
On BGG. So
But ultimately, it's the same.
It's the same. So, is it new? No, but yes, because that's how I rate things on BGG. It's a new entry to me. So,
Thanks, Scott.
It is a new game to me. And I happen to love Don't Mess with Cthulhu and Time Bomb. I think it's
Scott's pulling all of our links for us, for those of you who are on Twitch.
Thanks, Scott. But for me, this is easily like my favorite, like hidden trader, like light game.
Because you don't care for hidden trader games that much.
No, and this is just so fast and like.
So
it's so good.
I was saying to somebody, was it you? I said, I think the term hidden trader
has a bad rap.
It has a bad rap because it's really, is it hidden trader? It's a hidden team game.
Yeah, it's a hidden role.
It's not that I am a traitor.
Right. No.
I mean, I'm on Moriarty's team. We just have different goals from you.
That's fine.
Ultimately, how different is that from goals in a Euro game or goals in any other team-based game? Let's say a trick-taking game where you don't know who your partner is yet. There are plenty of them out there. That's a hidden team game. Would you call somebody a hidden traitor if they're not on your team? So I think the word traitor really is just a misunderstood term.
That's fine.
But I'm always the traitor.
But in any case, this this game doesn't really, like, I don't feel like I have to bluff a whole lot, and so like they took out the
well, that's the thing. In most hidden trader
and that's fine.
Hidden trader games, you don't have to bluff at all.
I get that.
You can flat out help whoever you want in Battlestar. You can still
the bead of sweat going down my face because it's
you have the biggest tells.
But in this, it's no sweat, so it's good.
All you have to do is do like you do in poker, which ultimately is sort of hidden role. You are presenting as a player with a good hand or a player with a bad hand.
Yeah.
But you're hiding what you're doing by bluffing.
Yeah, in our play of this, it was rather funny because the first turn of the game, Tim hadn't played before, and I say, I've got 0. And everybody else was like, we were like 1 off in our counts, and he's like, Steph, boom, and he finds one. I'm like,
but you're not a traitor. You're just on my team.
That's right.
And we ultimately did win. Man. Despite your early reveal,
I know.
We ended up winning. I don't know how, but they were terrible.
You can't trust me anyway, so I have 2. And we had 2 cards, and I did have 2.
That's the funniest part. The very end. She's sitting there with 2 cards in front of her.
They needed 2.
And she told the truth.
I did. I was like, I got 2. Everybody just laughed because everybody's like 1, 1, 1. And there were only 2 left. I'm like, I got 2.
Yeah, come over here.
You're not going to believe me anyway. You all think I'm lying.
And that was so good.
I had 2. It was so funny. That was so funny.
So that's the kind of fun that we have in these hidden trader games that you're totally missing out on.
No.
If you just shrink away from all of them, because man, they are so good.
I recommend this to everybody.
Yes.
Even if you don't like that mechanic.
Yes. Now, I will say, if you already have Don't Mess with Cthulhu, sadly, there's nothing in this box that you have to have that sets it apart.
But if you don't have that, this is a great alternative because it's just out.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. That said, it did not make my list.
No.
Because I think Don't Mess with Cthulhu is the superior version.
It's fair.
That said,
I have fun either way.
No shade on Yellow, because I mean, if I had the license to do it and the artwork to do it and everything else to do it, sure, put it out, because
more people can find it and get it. So
yes,
I'm good with it.
I greatly enjoy.
It probably didn't need its own entry or even
from the original Time Bomb,
right?
But I mean, it is new art. I don't know. I'm not sure what in BGG makes something different.
Mm-hmm. So
because ultimately, I mean, that is actually my biggest complaint on versioning on Board Game Geek actually was a rather, I would say, a restrictive, how should we say, interpretation of the rules, where BSG Express, Battlestar Galactica Express, named BSG Express, obviously because of licensing reasons.
Well, yeah.
Was rethemed as Dark Moon. And Dark Moon, I have to say, is not much like BSG Express other than the mechanisms.
Right.
Everything else is different, and yet it's not a different entry. It's the same entry. It's different games. I maintain both because they're different.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
A little pet peeve of mine on
so
how
then separate it.
I would, but that was the first game that BGG decided to do that to. And it basically caused all of the other ones after that. It was the first, it was Exhibit A, we'll put it that way.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, maybe it needs to be split up again.
I think it should be split up, but that's, I'll take that up with the boss some other time.
Sure. All right. Well, that was my 10. So you're number 9.
My number 9 is a game from 25th Century Games. We got a whole stack of games from them, and I really enjoyed Bullseye. In Bullseye, which reminds me a lot of Just One.
Yeah, same.
You are writing down things one letter at a time to try to make someone say a certain word. But you get one shot at it, literally one shot, because you're taking one shot at this target. The fewer letters that are written down, the more points you will get for your guess. And so, but if you miss, you totally miss. It's a 0-pointer. I've enjoyed all of the plays that we have had of this, and works great with large player counts. Highly recommend playing Bullseye.
Yeah, the 25th Century is good at party games like Green Team Wins and stuff. So
Absolutely.
I think this is great. A great family game.
No, I gotta say, 25th Century is not just party games.
No, for sure.
But they know how to do it the right way.
I have fun with that. So they're good at doing family weight games. My number 9 is Off with Their Heads.
One of your favorite themes. If I had to name 10 themes, this would be one of them that is yours.
Alice in Wonderland?
Yes.
I do enjoy it. But specifically from Druid City Games, because they have this like whole art style, and like it's kind of like a dark Alice in Wonderland, and it's like, so it has its moodiness, which I really like. So I love Wonderland's War, by the way. I love it.
Oh, I know.
That is a great
So they're
game.
sticking to that theme for sure.
Which is fine. I'm happy with it. This is not like Wonderland's War. This is just a theme of Alice in Wonderland. And it is a
trick taker roll and write. A trick and write, I guess, is what we'll call it.
Yeah, but the trick is you don't have to follow
it's not
and it's simultaneous play.
Yes.
So it's a little it's like trick taking, but not almost.
Right.
So it's like you're flipping over this card and you're seeing where you rank in the trick.
But yeah, I think that has a lot of same thought processes as you have in a trick taking game. Certain suits have priority over other suits. For example, if the queen's pawn is on spades, it goes spades. It's not the normal spades, hearts, diamonds, clubs. It's spades, hearts, clubs, diamonds.
Just
they
to have red, black.
Spades are worth more than all hearts, are worth more than all clubs, are worth more than all diamonds.
For this round.
For this single play.
We have one card.
And so that's the same thought process. Do I want to win this trick? Do I want to completely go under on this trick? Or do I want to be one of the middles on this trick? Based on what you're at, top, middles, bottom, that's the area that you are going to write in on the roll and write sheet. So I think that it's the same sort of thought process going on there.
Yeah.
And so, based on the card, you're going to write a certain value in that spot.
Yeah, and so each of the sections, if you win, you get to write in the top spot, which is with the number that you win with. So if it's a red card, you're gonna have to play into the red area, or if it's black area. And so you're trying to fill in these different mushrooms. So there's like these different mini goals, but more often than not, you're gonna be in the middle, right? If you're playing with 4 people, because
but there's a lot of room in the middle,
right? And so there's different goals for the middle, and you're trying to fill in the forest and do different like objectives and get different points different ways. But all of the while, you're trying to collect these characters for your tea party, and you get a character tea party bonus at the end of the game. And every round, you're going to have 2 cards left over that you're going to set aside, which you're going to try and form the best poker hand at the end of the game to get extra points. And don't put all your eggs in that basket, because while you can get some points, you're not going to get what you want. So just know that. And so it's an interesting little like, well, can I make my best poker hand? Or I did fairly well in the game, but I didn't do the poker hand. But I still don't think I won. So I think you won.
I won. Matter of fact, I won by 22 points.
Yeah, he got
out of 145.
He lost enough to do the bottom section of our sheet, and so the bottom section of the sheet can get you a lot of points if you can write down there, and it will get you a bonus if you make it to the middle. Therefore, getting that bonus gets you extra placements on the in other sections. So he got like extra plays, and so that was really powerful that you could do that. So that makes sense that you won, because you're the only one that could get to the red keep. So
and here is my concern with Off With Their Heads.
That's fair.
While I enjoy the mechanics of what it's trying to do, there's exactly one sheet, and it's the same every time. So your only variation is basically going to be what cards you got dealt.
Yeah.
2, I got next to none of the characters. Any of the characters I got was totally incidental, where I had one card versus another, one spot versus another. This one gives me a character. I'll go for the character. Sure, why not? Right, but I didn't really try for any of them. And 3, I did not try for what did you say there? Oh, the poker hand. I tried for the poker hand. I got a poor poker hand.
I had a really bad poker hand.
And really beat everybody by more than 10%.
Sure, but if multiple people are going for low, you're not going to get low. I mean, I think a lot of people are going for high in our game, therefore you could get low more easily.
But there are a lot of ways to mitigate. You can use teacups, which you will collect along the way. You can use teacups to A, change the color, or B, and this is the big one, change the section in which you are writing. So if I'm going to score points based on the card that I play. Well, I play something that's definitely going to go to the top. I'm going to play this to my bottom with this teacup. A little too it was too easy for me to get what I wanted, and I didn't go after 2 of the big mechanisms in the game. That concerns me.
Okay.
So
fine. I still had fun, so I don't
No, I had... Don't misunderstand. I had fun, but not top 10 fun, if that makes sense. I'm not certain that there's long-lasting fun in here. Now that I've played it, I'm glad I've played it, but I don't think I need to play it again. I think I've seen it all, especially since I did none of the extra bonus stuff. I just picked up all the points at the bottom and went, boom, 145 points. I think I've seen it.
Yeah, I don't think it will play out the same like that every time, but I don't know. Because I've only played it the once and I had a great time playing. So I will have to bring it to groups because you don't want to play it again.
But if let's say it did work out differently and I didn't get quite so many points, it's like, remember that time that I got all those points? This time I don't feel like I got that because the cards weren't available to me. I got to give these reasons. Otherwise, it's all, oh, hey, shiny, happy stars, da, da, da. And then somebody sees one of these weaknesses and they wish they had heard it here first. Boom, there you have it.
That's fair.
So I know you're like, okay, but you got to point out the bad with the good. And that's why I didn't make my list.
That's fair.
I'm not poo-pooing your list.
That's fine.
Just so we're clear. No, my number 8 is Rowdy Partners from Capstone Games. There are a lot of bad wrestling games out there. And if you can combine wrestling with trick-taking, it already goes up a step in my books. I'm not a big fan of wrestling, but I am a fan of trick-taking, and this works really well. In Rowdy Partners, it works best with 4, but it plays 2 and 3 well. We played it only at 3, in fact. And you have a wrestler with certain abilities and powers, and you are trying to get the lowest in a trick in order to do that much damage. And that's really interesting because I can play a 1 and win the trick, but I do a whopping 1 point of damage, which I think is really interesting. It's unlike the other ones where the high one wins. Basically, you just got all of that inverted. It's really fun to play a 6 or a 7, which it only goes up to 7, and actually win the trick because, boom, you do a lot of damage all at once. So whenever playing 4 players, you're playing as 2 teams of 2, which is like tag team wrestling. So, hey, how does that work with 2 or 3 players? Well, the team that has only 1 player on its side is playing a headliner with more strength and bigger powers and a manager that doesn't get in the ring at all, but has their hand of cards and a power to boot. So Steph was the headliner in the game that we played. We had 2 regular fighters, the 2 of us, and we were all down at right at 0 life, and you barely got eliminated first. I had a lot of fun with this.
That's cool.
Yeah, I understand you think the weakness is playing in the middle because each team is either going 1st and 4th or 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah. It's really hard to get out of the middle.
I didn't have a problem.
Yeah, you did. At one point you did. I got Jeffrey all the way down, then you tag team, and then I got you down.
Yeah, but we got out.
Yeah, but
well, that's the thing about any sort of fighting game is that it feels real. If you've got me, I need to work to get out of it, and it's not always easy.
Yeah, I mean,
thematically for me,
I like that there are different player powers, but I'm not sure. So for me, I like the game. I think it's pretty good. It's not something I'm gonna want to play a lot. I would rather play other trick taking games. I think, though, I do like partnership games. I totally understand. But it's pretty good. Maybe I would like it more with an actual partner versus.
I think you should try it with a partner.
Probably. Yeah,
because with the manager is a slightly face-up hand of cards. She doesn't know what her next cards are until we also know what her cards are. So, and she can play from the manager's hand as well as her own. So, but it is interesting. I think you should try it at 4.
Yeah, probably.
That is my number 8, Rowdy Partners.
Yep.
Your number 7.
Was Take a Seat from 25th Century Games.
Take a seat.
This is a unique game because you are sharing and writing. It's a share and write where the board that's going in between players is going to be worked on. It's all simultaneous, so I'm working on this board.
Think about a between 2 cities, except instead of sharing a city or a castle, like in between 2 castles, it's a thing where you're writing on this dry erase.
to select actions you're going to take to seat these guests in your theater. And so you're trying to fill in your theater full of these seats that you sold tickets for, but the tickets get smaller and smaller as we fill in little bubbles and create
Punch in the ticket.
We create different shapes on these boards. And so I like the sharing of the boards because there's kind of an area control where players will get points if they've done the most dots on a ticket. And so you're trying to like control these tickets for points at the end of the game, but also you want to use these tickets to fill in your seats. So do you go with the ticket that has more dots so you can get another dot there and get fewer seats? Or do you go for something that doesn't have any dots so you can get a big section like blocked off on your board? So there's lots of good choices to be made, and there's 14 actions in the whole game, and I like that everybody's simultaneously taking action, so we're all thinking about our own thing at a given time, and it plays out really quickly, and there's common goals to work towards, and it's a really nice filler type game that plays up to 6 people really well. So
you were talking about the area control aspect of it. We actually played this a second time at a convention we recently went to. Steph passed me a board that had 1 spot left on a ticket, and she had current area control of it. And she was probably like, there's no way he's going to mark this last circle because that means he gets no tickets marked off on his section. What did I do? I marked that section and passed it right back to her. And she's like, Michaela, no. Yep.
I was really bummed.
I did do it. So, yeah. Ultimately, this is another game where I did enjoy the play. My no ticket, exactly. My concern is that the map, there's only 2 different theaters. And so and all of the tickets are always the same. And so I worry that the gameplays will be rather similar. The goals are all similar in that it's all the yellow seats trying to fill them up, or all the red seats. And ultimately the goals are just variations on the same theme again and again. I think that the share mechanic is very innovative. I just wonder how much replayability it has. That said, I did enjoy our plays of it.
Yeah, it was really good.
And Steph will tell you, I don't usually sit for repeat plays of anything, and I did sit for a repeat play of this.
That's true.
So it did barely miss my list, I gotta say.
No, for sure. It was really good.
My number 7 game is a game that we played back in December of 2022 as Keystone North America First Edition. Well, Rose Gauntlet sent us out the second edition version. And ultimately, if you enjoy games where you draft cute critters and place them on a 4x4 grid in order to maximize patterns and placements, then you will probably enjoy this game. Now, in the second edition, it comes in 2 and 4 player versions. We were sent the 2-player version, which is fine with us, and they did that specifically so that it would save money for people who only play 2 players. They found out a lot of players play this game solo, 2-player competitive, and 2-player cooperative, and have a great time with it. And so they decided to make a more cost-efficient version. Now, for those of you who enjoy playing 4 players, there is a 4-player version. There is also, in case you end up getting a 2-player version, you can upgrade it to 4 players by buying an add-on expansion. Further, there is a coastal expansion that will improve it even more, and I think I like it even more with the coastal expansion, which might be why it went so high on my list.
It could be that.
I would say.
I think they did a great job with that expansion because it definitely gives you more options for what you're doing and like how you want to play your game. So I think that's really cool.
Yep. And I went back to my December 2022 top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Keystone North America was not on that list. It is on this list. So
probably thanks to Coastal.
I'm not certain whether this play just went better or whether it was the Coastal expansion that did it, or whether they have made the deck of cards tighter for this edition. It's hard to say, but it does really work.
All right,
Scott, with all the links there, great job, Scott.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah, I really like that. My number 7 is Bullseye.
Whoa.
I really like party games.
Mhm.
Typically, I always have a good time playing them just because it's fun.
It's really weird that, okay, if we said what is your favorite sort of game, you would probably say Heavy Euros. Yet both of us really enjoy party games.
Oh, I love party games.
It's not that I guess we're probably more omnigamers than anything.
Right.
But Fields of Arl, Feast for Odin, La Havre, you've got a lot of heavy games
I do
in
like
your top
Heavy Euros,
10.
But
it's I think it's really cool that you also like party games, and you're not like, oh, that's a party game. There's a lot of fun to be had with party games, and 25th Century, like you say, is on it.
I like this one because it's also a word game. I really enjoyed playing word games as well. So this is particularly interesting because you have to try and think of what other people are trying to say with their words. Like if you pass me something with the J, well, what do you mean J? Like how am I supposed to clue in this word with a word that begins with J? And I'm like, I didn't even think of jazz. Oh, of course, jazz. Okay,
jazz makes sense.
Oh yeah, now it makes sense now that I hear it or whatever. So I like that you might not know what other people are trying to say, or like I pass you an A and then you do something totally not what I thought you were gonna do. I'm like, what? Like,
yeah.
So it has this weird like moments of, oh, that's what you're trying to do. But, do you go for guts and glory and just go guess on the first try? Like, do you think you know what people are saying? I think it's fun.
Yep.
You're not going to have a perfect game, but you could try.
Yep. I like how Bullseye gives you the list of the category list, but doesn't necessarily give you the thing that you're searching for. Therefore, this game is going to be relevant to all time periods.
Right.
If you got a Trivial Pursuit game from like 1983, it's going to have a lot of references in there that you probably don't even know.
Yeah, so this is like timeless.
This is going to end up being timeless.
Because you make the own thing, they give you the category.
They give you the category.
So. It is a good idea.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah. That's
your number 7.
Yep.
My number 6, the only game on this list not provided by a publisher, though it should have been, because we have been provided both of the previous Dorfromantik games from Pegasus Spiel, but not Dorfromantik, the duel. We ended up with a copy that looks like it had been, the side of it, attacked with a cat. But
it only cost me $5, so I'm not worried.
But nothing inside was harmed. In Dorfromantik, the duel, it's basically a 2-player version where she's created all the other Dorfromantik games. Dorfromantik and Sakura are all cooperative, trying to make everything work.
Yeah, you can puzzle out the land and try and do the goals.
In this, you're doing your own. Steph draws a tile. I find the corresponding tile. We put it on our board. Now, a lot of players are like, well, on BGG are saying, well, what if you look at the other person's board? You're going to mirror what they do. It's not usually the case. But just to make sure, we put a box in between us, and we ended up with 2 completely different layouts.
Yes, put the box in between.
Yes. So
if you're so worried, put a shield up.
at the start of the game, one person shuffles up everything and the other person is left with stacks of stuff. And I gotta say, there are no numbers on these tiles. And here is the big weakness for Dorfromantik the Duel, is that when Steph draws a tile, I have to A, dig for the tile in the stack that I think it's in. And sometimes it's in the wrong stack. But, you know, it's difficult to separate out all of these. Number two, make sure it's the right tile. Because, oh, wait, and I almost put one in my grid once and Steph's like, no, that's not the right one.
Tile. Well,
oh, yeah, that's got a city on it instead of a forest on it. Ultimately, though, some people have come up with numbering systems where they've written numbers on the tiles. I think Pegasus did a swing and a miss on that.
I think they should have at least put the houses the same color. Like,
because sometimes even those houses being, like her house is being red, my house is being blue, it was enough to throw us off as like, oh wait, is that the right tile?
Is it the right tile? Yeah, it is
but
the right tile.
Number the tiles or something. There's got to be some more elegant way to do it. Or if you don't want to number the tiles because, okay, you see number 25 is coming and you know 25 is the radioactive cornfield. Basically, it's a cornfield in the shape of a radioactive symbol, not a radioactive cornfield. You guys know what I'm talking about. Have a deck of cards where you flip up a card and it shows it and you both go dig for it. Also, somebody on BGG said, if I'm the one drawing, I can't see my tiles, yet my opponent can look through all of their tiles and see, oh, this tile is available. I need to wait for that tile to maybe possibly 90% chance come up. There was one tile like that in our game, and I even pointed it out to Steph. Steph, plan for this tile.
Yeah, but there are 3 tiles that are taken out. It could be that one tile.
That's why I say, but 90% chance it was there. Yeah. Was it there? Yes, it was there.
Yeah, the one I wanted wasn't there.
Yeah, yours wasn't. Despite this huge 2 or 3 huge flaws, the game itself is fun. Matter of fact, as I was reading through the rules and reading through the BGG comments, my bar kept going lower and lower, and it exceeded the bar just in the gameplay. So
the Dorfromantik is a great game. I love Dorfromantik.
They could have done a better job with this, but ultimately I had enough fun and I got my butt handed to me. Steph is really good at this game.
That's true. I really like it, but it didn't make my list, but I would play it, but I instead would rather play the others.
Yes. And play the scenarios as they get harder and harder.
Yeah. I mean,
and ultimately here's the thing. It made you want to play Dorfromantik, the computer game.
It did.
Again.
Just like all the Dorfromantiks make me want to play the computer game.
And I kind of thought you would be surprised at how much I was critical of it when we played it. I wonder if you were surprised to see this on my list.
I was.
Especially so high.
I was.
Because I thought you thought there was no way it was going on my list.
I didn't think that. The game is good. I know some people in our chat don't love it, but I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. For $5, I wanted to play it. So, and it's one of the situations was I didn't know if Pegasus I could get it from Pegasus, so I'm just gonna buy it.
Why though? Because they have such a good relationship with us. Anyway,
I agree, but
Anton. We enjoyed it.
I don't know, but yes. Agreed. Okay. So that was your number 6.
If he even sees it.
No, he won't. My number 6 was Let's Go to France.
Was? What is it now?
Allons-y. Or is.
Okay, it is.
It is. Let's Go to France from AEG. This is a prototype, even though it's like a super nice prototype.
Is it a prototype?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because it's going to Kickstarter in May, June. So
June.
Allons-y.
Whoa. It's actually here.
So we actually have a scheduled.
Oh, it is a prototype.
We have a scheduled stream for this in June, so that's exciting. but it's great. I mean, there's a lot of differences between this and Let's Go to Japan. So if you like Let's Go to Japan, I think you would still like this. It has the same drafting mechanic where you're, drawing two, passing one, drawing two, passing one, and then you pick up the two and then pass one. So it has the fun drafting mechanic, but I think everything else you're doing changes pretty much dramatically for how you're going to play out the game. So
Scott says May.
Yeah, end of May, early June. So it's like mid-May to mid-June or something like that. So
So yeah, we look forward to playing.
We're gonna be streaming it right in the middle of the Kickstarter campaign. So in the game, the main differences are that you can play 5 cards in a day, but you're gonna get tired. So the more unhappy you are is based on how tired you're getting throughout the day. So you have to manage your time well, and you're gonna have 1 deck of cards.
And you can't eat a Snickers to
make it happy. No. So you have 1 deck of cards versus the 2 decks of cards. So you're not going to be traveling between
Tokyo and Kyoto.
Osaka. I don't remember what it was. But
Tokyo and Kyoto.
Whatever you say. And so you're just 1 deck of cards. And there's a little travel map where if you play the travel icon, you can move on this little map.
Rather than getting travel tickets for the train.
You're going to need train tickets in Japan.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, so... But that's based on how happy you are, and so you start off with each day with the little token where you're trying to collect the same icons, but by the end of it doesn't matter the icons because you're gonna get bonuses with those tokens. But it's it totally works differently than Japan. So take what you know about Japan and just throw it in the trash and play your own new game of France. I really like it. It's a clever game. They both stand on their own, so it's
I think both are unique.
Both are unique, so they're both for my collection.
I think I prefer France.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that.
Yeah. Scott, post that Kit Kat link if you have the ones from Domino's and
so funny.
Yeah.
But I really like this one, so I know it will do well on Kickstarter already. People are asking me about this one, so I'm excited to show everybody and stream through. But
yeah,
for now, I'll just bring it to game nights and everybody gets to play it with me.
That's right. You're number 6. My number 5 is Rascally Rabbits from Sunrise Tornado. Our friend Tate Wu. With another really cool. Whoa! Look how little it is. So little, and little rabbits.
Well, I was not prepared.
We're hunting rabbits.
There we go.
Whoa, that's probably larger than normal size here. I can lay my head on that one. In Rascally Rabbits, this is probably in a world full of trick takers. This one actually stands out in that there are no cards being played. He does look like a cat. I can see that, except he got a little fuzzy butt. You see that?
And his ears are big.
Oh yeah, there's the Kit Kat heist reactions too.
And he's got a carrot in his mouth.
Yeah, but I get it. I understand. Maybe the ears need to be more prominent. It's being hidden behind the sign. So in Rascally Rabbits, you've got a dry erase card, and the dry erase card is used to mark the cards you are playing. The thing is that the suits are lined up along the top and side, and based on where you put a dividing line, that's what cards are available for which suit. Then you're going to play your cards by announcing what you are playing. Like, I'm going to play a 7 of eggplants, and you write it down in front of you. Someone else might also play the same exact card, in which case they are a Rascally Rabbit. And if they can win 0 tricks, then they're going to get Rascally Rabbit points instead of trick points. So you're trying to predict the number of tricks you think you're going to take, all while managing it from a dry erase card. I think this works really, really well. My main concern is replayability and the fact that current, at least in its current prototype form, all of the values, you have every value from 1 to 16. There's no chance that I'm going to have 2 cards with the number 8 on it, for example. So if I've played card 8, Steph knows I can never say 8 again.
That's right.
So just a couple of things to be concerned with, but ultimately I think that it is highly deserving of being my 5th favorite game played this month.
It's really unique and
it is
super clever.
Super clever.
And so it's still prototype form. There's rooms to improve on
Yes.
things like you're saying. So
1000%.
we don't really know. The Kickstarter is going in like July, so he has time to like play test with tons of
Plenty
people
of time.
and just get our feedback and get everybody's feedback, and who knows where it could go.
That's it. Even if it was not changed a smidge, I think it'll sell out of Spiel.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's a great game. My number 5 is Echoes of Time. This is
From Crowd Games.
Crowd Games. This was a huge hit at BGG. This was, it's right behind me. So it's a card-driven game where you're playing cards to your timeline, and that if it costs 5 time, you have to put in the 5 slot, and eventually
And wait a
it'll
long
show
time.
up. But also, there's ways to move it and manipulate these cards. So each round you're gonna have 2 actions, and actions can be draw cards or play cards or slide cards or conquer or fortify one of the location cards. So ultimately you're gonna want to collect 12 different cards or 12 slots
Into your tableau.
which all these cards might give you powers.
Yeah, once it falls off the board, it goes to your fellowship.
Yeah.
That's what they call it.
And so you're trying to do that. They all give you points and cool activations and abilities. Some give you immediate, some give you depending on the round you're in. So you activate certain cards during the blue phase or whatever. And so you're looking for combos of like the different types of cards and that will combo off each other.
Yeah.
So it's a really cool combo driven card game. And I
think it's really cool. She was talking about, okay, you get the blue powers and orange powers and red powers. They're like little blue flames and bigger orange flames and big red flame. Here's the cool thing though. Blue powers happen 3 out of the 6 times, but are smaller powers. Orange ones come another 2 times, so 1/3 of the time. And they have bigger powers. Red powers are super strong, but it only happens 1 out of every 6 rounds. Unless you have a way to manipulate time itself.
It's rare, but
it does happen.
It can exist.
So it really works. I really like that aspect of it, is that you can activate them only when that color tile is moved off your board. Really interesting.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty cool game. Lots of cards. You want to get the synergies. So, if you don't happen to get the synergies, it could be a fault of the game, but you probably won't win if you can't collect that. But
so one cost in the game is the time. The other cost is cards.
Yes.
You're rarely at a loss for cards, and if you are at a loss for cards, you can mitigate that by finding things that draws more cards.
It's true.
But it's one of those games where you can't get attached to the cards that you have, because you're gonna have to spend those cards. You can't keep them all, right? So whatever you don't synergize with, keep it as coins to pay for your things that you are buying and that you do have synergies with.
Yeah. I always have a hard time with like paying cards for cards because I just want everything. But I like those choices. I hate them, but I like them.
Yeah. That's what makes games have interesting decisions.
Yeah. And so obviously the artwork's amazing in this too. So
even though those cards are not multi-use cards, just the fact you can spend them makes it a multi-use card inherently. and that makes interesting decisions happen. So multi-use cards, put me on the list.
Yeah, always for you, yeah.
100%.
Yeah, it's a nice game.
That is your number 5. My number 4 is Torchlit from All Play. In Torchlit, in a world full of a ton of trick takers, these trick taking games recently are just really standing out. Yeah. Torchlit is a trick taking game where you don't necessarily have to take the most tricks. You have to A, predict where you're going to be, and B, you have to make sure that there are enough cards lined up underneath that door that you are going to move to. Basically, the number of tricks you take is essentially the number of doors you're going to move with a trick, with a little bit of a twist. You also don't want to share a door with multiple other people. So if I'm on a door number 2 with a bunch of people, it's probably to my benefit to either move them off my door or me move to the next door based on what's in front of me. So, trick taker, must follow, has trump suit. And here's the twist. Let's say normally the highest card is going to win the trick. Their numbers from 0 to 7. So normally a 7 is going to win the trick. They are going to move forward towards door number 7. But let's say Steph wins it with a 0. If I also play any 0, I am going to move right along with her if she wins the trick. Someone might play a 3 trump and blow up my plan. Or maybe on your 7 play, I could also play a 7 and advance along with you. I have to just match the number, though. And that way I can advance. Here's the thing, though. I don't have to advance. That just makes it more likely I'm going to hit my predicted number, which is more points. I think they did a really good job with the point scoring aspect of the game. I think they did a good job with how you can control or, manipulate whether you are moving forward or not, especially if your hand doesn't happen to be as good as what you thought it might be.
I think that's the most fun in the game is like me playing a 3 and like I'm not gonna win that, and then you play a 3 trump and I'm like, oh no, now
you're good. Now I'm dragging her.
How do I fix this horrible situation that I'm in? What cards do I need to keep so I can reevaluate my bid at the end of the round? How can I make this work to my benefit? Because you just ruined me.
I just ruined you by making you not really take a trick, but move up the doors.
I think that's why I like this game so much, because that's
what makes this work.
You have to figure out, well, what did that happen?
Yes.
It's a crazy situation that you're like, how did I just move up? And I also am intrigued by the fact that you win the trick, but I played the lowest, and now I have to lead.
That is another twist.
I don't want to lead.
Heroic is only on number 2. Heroic, what about the other games? Do you already have them? Or just not interested?
Not interested, probably.
Inquiring minds want to know.
But this one I'm just so intrigued by. I really enjoy it.
And this comes in a small box, which we don't have up here anymore because we've already done the video for. Be sure to check out Torchlit from All Play.
Yes.
Your number 4.
My number 4 is Rascally Rabbits,
which we talked about from Sunrise Tornado.
This is so great because it's just so like I on the back or something it says trick taking game. And you open the box and there's no card. You're like, what is going on with this game? And it's just like so different that it makes it so intriguing. And I love this game. It's so much fun. We played this like super late at night at a con, and it was just everybody's laughing and having a ball. It's just like it's so bizarre. It's such a weird game that just works so well that I want everybody to play this game because it's so good. I really am enjoying it.
Yep.
I don't know. It's just
definitely
it's different.
Definitely different.
And it's really hard to do different these days. And yet this month we've actually played a lot of unique games.
Not only is it hard to do unique games, it's super hard to do unique trick-taking games just when you think everything's been done.
No, for sure. And not only that, I bought about, I don't know, 50 trick takers that we have to play. So
When I was a kid, I bought Hoyle's Book of Card Games because I wanted to play all the different card games. And yet, that was back in the 80s, right?
yeah.
And I think I still got that beat up Hoyle's Book of Card Games book.
Okay.
And, when you think all the card games have been done, no, they've not.
People think of creative ways to make it different. Even things like Cat in the Box are unique and innovative in its own way. It's not something I like, but I can appreciate that it's different. So it's just this one I happen to really like.
This one, will this be crowdfunded? July?
Yeah, end of July. So be on the lookout for Backer Kit, Rascally Rabbits. I think you can follow along right now. So definitely look for it and follow.
Yep. It is definitely interesting. My number 3 game we've already talked about. It's Let's Go to France from AEG. Like I say, I like this better than Let's Go to Japan. Ultimately, I could manage my Japan hand fairly well, so I would ultimately just have to take the train once between Kyoto and Tokyo.
That's true, yeah.
All my Tokyo stuff over here, all my Kyoto stuff over here, one train trip that I get at the start of the game, and I'm pretty much good to go. I rarely had times that I had to switch back and forth. So it was not as much of enjoyability for me, because it's basically, if that's the most difficult thing, that's not so difficult. This, I think, is even better because I want to get those extra symbols because I want to move on that travel board, and now they can do that with any number of locations. Yet I can almost guarantee that when AEG comes up with another Let's Go game, there's going to be some new twist to it that's unique to that area.
Yeah.
So, highly recommend Let's Go to France. And I agree. I think France and Japan are different enough to warrant keeping both.
Mm-hmm. I love both, so I think it works. My number 3.
Schrodinger's Cat in the Box. She appreciates it, but doesn't like it.
My number 3 is Castle Nightingale from Sandcastle Games. I liked it a little bit more than you. For me, I like trying to outwit the other player. I feel like there are a lot of games similar to this, but this just does it better than almost everything. And honestly, I'm not big on 2-player only games like this and that box size, the standard 2-player box size. A lot of them are really good. We have a ton of them, but I'm never really gravitating towards that one. This is one I definitely want to play more of. I really enjoyed our few plays. I'm like, how can I get him? It's so hard. I just want to...
Yeah, you lost, and I rated it number 10. You rated it number 3.
Yeah, I think for me in 2-player games, they don't always
grab you, and this one really grabbed you.
It did. So for me, I recommend it. If you play 2-player games, this is definitely a recommended game.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is probably a keeper.
At least for now.
Yeah.
I really like it.
That's Castle Nightingale from Sandcastle Games. My number 2, we talked about. I guess I probably gave it away when I said multi-use cards, sign me up. Echoes of Time from Crowd Games was an unexpected hit. A lot of times I'll see a game like this and say, they're trying to make us fall in love with this world. You're building a fellowship of creatures. You're trying to take over locations. I've discovered, it's not like I didn't know this already. I really enjoy tableau builder games. Terraforming Mars, tableau builder. Echoes of Time, tableau builder. Roll for the Galaxy, tableau builder. SETI, any sort of games. Love tableau builders. Amanda says multi-use cards make me AP. Yeah, but that means there's interesting decisions to be had. I mean, sometimes you just got to live with the AP. It's worth it. So, yeah, totally love. Let's go to Japan and France. Our tableau builders, she is right. She's 100% right. Yes.
Yeah.
Clearly, I enjoy tableau builders because they get number 3 and number 2 on my list. Echoes of Time, sign me up. That's my number 2 game.
Yep. And then guess what? We have a crossover.
Oh, guess what?
What?
Crowd Games knocking it out of the park with not only my number 2 game, but my number 1 game.
Yeah, I know, right? And my number 2 game.
And your number 2 game.
Your number 1 game.
This is my number 1. Your number 2. Nippon Zaibatsu, the new version of Nippon by Crowd Games. It's Scott said chicken butt. Guess what? So, do you like crunchy Euros? We like crunchy Euros. This is fantastic.
Yeah, it's really good. So they did a great job. A lot of times you get a reprint, they change rules or whatever, it's not as good. They did an amazing job.
They did change rules.
They changed it, they streamlined it, they made everything beautiful. Not that Nippon wasn't beautiful before, it's still up here because I enjoy it. But I do think they did a lot of really positive changes in this edition. So much so, like, you loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, and I've never played the original before, but you have.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, this is better.
Oh, yeah, for sure. This is better. This is the edition that you want to be playing.
Matter of fact, I don't know if we need this anymore because this version doesn't have as elegant mechanics as this one has. Yeah. So, if you enjoy taking certain color workers to do what you need to do and using those workers to take actions from the area from which you took them, then you will enjoy this. You are going to use it to build factories, upgrade your factories, make goods in those factories, export those goods to certain places on this on the main map board, and if your competition is blocking you, just make more of this stuff and knock them right out of the spot.
And like a lot of Nuno's games, he likes to use workers like meeple colors.
Yes.
To influence what you do, and so I think.
And it works.
And in this, it works especially well because you like are collecting yellow workers, and then it's like, well, I don't really want a whole slew of different colors, so you're kind of like, well, I maybe collect more yellow, so I'm going to do this action now, but I don't really want to do this action, but it makes sense.
It makes sense because I'm collecting that for my board.
Because
yes.
The more colors you collect, the more money you have to pay, and then you don't have money, so it's like,
yeah, because as you're taking those workers, you have to pay based on the different colors of workers, so you want a bunch of yellows. But here's the other thing, you also will get like the first and last worker action. The color influences the bonus that you get, but you want the first and last to be different colors so that you get 2 different bonuses.
Oh, for sure.
So, but you have to pay them based on color. So,
and then other people are taking your actions, and you're like, I can't believe it. Now I have to take another color, but I really want to take this action this turn. So it's like, what do you do? And so you have to manage all that, and so like the struggles of figuring out what actions to take is fun. It's a fun Euro game, like, because it's so punishing. Everything you do is like, but that's what's good.
Yeah. And I don't really feel like it's work to play this game.
Some games I feel like it's work, and I don't generally like that.
Right.
This one I don't feel like it's work.
Right.
But I could see where some people would say it is. So it won't be for everybody because the game isn't that hard. It's about managing it all. And a lot of people might not like the stress of that or the planning of that. And people, people who don't like heavy euros will not like this. I mean,
Right.
It's not heavy, but it is because of like all of the decisions you're putting into it.
Right. Masmo, Masmo got, says, nice timing. I just received my Kickstarter today. Good news. We have a teach and playthrough.
No, not playthrough.
Sorry. Just a teach.
But it's a good teach.
And I tried my best to blaze through that teach.
I'm like, it has to be 30 minutes, Michael.
And then I finished. I was out of breath. I said, how long was it? She said, 40 minutes. I'm like, no. And then we sent it to Crowd Games and they said, no, we loved it.
Yeah, it was a good teach. So it didn't miss a rule. So.
Supposedly. I mean, I was sweating bullets. Dan says, I played this recently. It was good. I don't remember how different it was. The
boats are totally different. Trains
are not different, I don't think. The boats are different.
Yeah, correct.
So
that's a big thing that's different. They also they made it a little bit quicker because when you go into like another season, you fill in all of the spots with meeples, and this you don't do that. So you're not getting as many meeples going from like section to section when you fill in. So it kind of speeds it up a little bit, which is fine. I think that's fine. And then there was one other thing that they changed, and I don't remember.
But it's all positive. All of the changes are positive.
Yeah, for sure.
So
you can play the original Nippon on BGA.
Oh, nice.
So you could do that. That's where I was playing during COVID times.
Oh.
Because I had logged plays of Nippon, so at least since 2018 I've played Nippon several times, and that's where I probably was playing it.
Probably so. And it's weird that I had not played it, but it's because you're playing it on
well, heavy euros are hard to get played between us just because it's time consuming and we're often reviewing heavier games. So if we're going to play one, it's going to probably be that versus something like off of my shelf.
Off of the shelf of Michael's unplayed things and not that. If Steph has played it and I have not, it's probably going to be a few years before I get to it. So
yeah, for sure. But
all right, well, that's all of my 10.
Yeah,
the only thing that's left is what your favorite is.
My favorite of the month.
I don't think I've ever had a 1-2 punch like that.
No?
In the years that we've been doing top 10s.
From like
Crowd doing both number 1 and 2.
That's pretty good.
That's really good.
Yeah, they did a good job.
Yeah. And
I don't think BJ will update to be the new version. If I had to guess.
It's hard to say.
It would be on Crowd.
It's on Crowd, whether Crowd does it.
They work with Asmodee or whatever to make it happen. I'm not sure. Yeah, my number 1, it really hit me.
It hit you good.
And I love it. And
it's on Heroic's list already.
It's on the list. I mean, it should be on everybody's list. I love it. I think it's fantastic. I went through all of All Play's titles, and that while I love a lot of the All Play titles, I think this is my favorite one.
Ooh,
and
high recommendation.
And that's beating out Wordsy, which I love Wordsy. And that's beating out
Things in Rings,
which I love. And it's beating out Through the Desert, which I love. But nobody will play Through the Desert with me, so that's probably why. It's beating out Through the Desert. But I mean, there's a lot of titles from All Play that I really love, but this is my favorite. So that's saying something.
There you go.
All Play has a ton of games, in case you were curious. They put out so many games a year.
Yeah.
So I recommend this to literally everybody because.
And if you haven't seen their booth, it's filled with a bunch of small box games like this.
Their booth is
all
awesome.
Over there. Yeah, it's like so well organized.
Yeah.
So props to Ascadelia and Mark.
All the crew and Joe and all the crew.
And Joe, yes.
So For me, this just hits that spot that I love. I love trick-taking games, and it's been a really long time since we found some that we really love.
Yes.
And it's nice that we have a few on this list because honestly, we've been playing a lot of duds for trick-taking games. So
yes.
This
though the last 2 months, I gotta say, Peter's box of trick takers and these that we played this month, trick takers for the win.
I agree. I think trick taking is good. I'm glad that we're coming up with some good ones because I love the genre. It's just we've been playing some bad ones too.
Yep. All right, Heroic. Time to double check your list because this is what everyone fast forwards to. Matter of fact, we don't have our top 10 lists for 2022 put in the spreadsheet. I had to go back and...
Did you put them in? And
no, I just watched the rundown just to make sure whether I had Keystone on my list for 2022 or not, and it wasn't there. But how I found out, I fast forwarded to the end for this. Here is my rundown of my top 10. My number 10, Castle Nightingale from Sandcastle Games. Number 9, Bullseye from 25th Century Games. Number 8, Rowdy Partners from Capstone Games. Number 7, Keystone North America 2nd Edition from Rose Gauntlet. Number 6, Dwarf Romantic The Duel from Pegasus Spiel. Number 5, Wascally Rabbits from Sunrise Tornado. Number 4, Torchlit from Allplay. Number 3, Let's Go to France from AEG. Number 2, Echoes of Time from Crowd Games. And number 1, Nippon Zaibatsu from Crowd Games.
My number 10, Time Bomb from Yellow. Number 9, Off With Their Heads from Druid City Games. Number 8, Take a Seat from 25th Century Games. Number 7, Bullseye from 25th Century Games. Number 6, Let's Go to France from AEG. Number 5, Echoes of Time from Crowd Games. Number 4, Rascally Rabbits from Sunrise Tornado. Number 3, Castle Nightingale from Sandcastle Games. Number 2, Nippon Zaibatsu from Crowd Games. And number 1, Torchlit from Allplay. And my new to be blog will come out probably Monday because I have a lot of writing to do.
Yeah, you do. That's our top 10 for March 2026.
I can't believe March is done.
Your birthday month all gone.
But I expect lots of great things in April.
Because it's our gathering month, and that means
we're going to learn a lot of games.
All the games.
Yeah, considering I'm only at 87 new games this month.
That's right.
This year, I mean.
That's not very many.
No, but I don't have a goal, so it's fine.
Is that why you didn't set a goal?
No, it's because I didn't want to have to like push. I don't want pressure this year.
We're gonna push anyway.
Yeah, sure, but I don't feel like I need to do 50 a month. So rookie numbers, I gotta get them up.
Rookie numbers.
Fine.
All right, so if you enjoyed this top 10 video and you want to see more just like it, hey, we have teaches, we have playthroughs, we have game overviews, we have weekly recaps where we tell all of you exactly what we feel about games, and everyone's favorite top 10 videos on our YouTube channel. Just search for Board Gamer Steph. Or even better, you can join all the people chatting up here live on twitch.tv/BoardGamerSteph, where we stream every Wednesday and Sunday night at 5 p.m. Central, and we bring you 3 games or more every single stream. So come join us on Twitch, where we bring you all the games.
And for those on Twitch, we'll be right back.